Good morning, Coach Grosz.
Morning, Greg.
You are 1-1 since we last talked last week before Thanksgiving. Last Tuesday, you played at McAllister. You won 74-68, and then last Monday, 2 days ago, you played at UW-La Crosse, losing 68-61. Without getting into too much detail about this and that with the specific games, against McAllister, you had 4 guys scoring double figures. You had a 13-10 assist to turnover ratio, and then against La Crosse, you had only 1 guy in double figures scoring in Wade Chitwood, 15 points, and then Gabe Jefferson chimed in with 11 rebounds. But what do you see as the difference between those two games besides a win and a loss? What really stuck out to you in those two games?
Yeah, well, I think going back to the McAllister game, we did have good balance. The 4 guys in double figures. Again, we were moving the ball well, sharing the ball well. I think our low turnovers, again, only having 10 really helped us. We were getting shots at the basket. Our points off turnovers in that game, we had 22 points compared to 8 from McAllister, and they had 18 turnovers. So I really think that, again, was probably the big difference in that game, was just taking care of the ball. Moving into La Crosse, we didn't take very good care of the ball. We had 15 turnovers for the game. We had 9 at halftime. We also gave up 15 offensive rebounds, which really hurt us. So, for us to be successful, we need to defend well, we need to rebound well, we need to take care of the basketball. And, we probably defended pretty well both games. I think the difference in the La Crosse game is, we turned it over a little bit too much, and we didn't rebound as well either as we did against McAllister.
You've got 3 players scoring in double figures right now. Wade Chitwood, 16 points per game. Tom Gisler, 13, and Brian Leckler, 10. So, that's kind of an example of that balance on your team. Would you say that offers, all of them are shooters in a way, they're not big bang guys down low. Do you miss that, or are you okay having those 3 with their jump shooting abilities?
We always preach balance offensively, so Wade and Tom definitely, are very good shooters. Brian's shooting well. Nate Thompson's close to double figures too. But those guys are probably more drivers for us, and we need them to get to the rim, to get to the free throw line, maybe a little more than they are. And we have to have balance inside too. I mean, we need, Gabe Jefferson and Ethan Benton to post up a little bit stronger, to set screens for those guys, to get those guys open around the basket, so we can get a little more inside scoring. Right now, we are relying a little bit too much on the jump shot, and we need to have a little more balance to our game, posting up, penetrating, offense rebound, putbacks. So that's an area of concern for us right now, is not having enough balance on the offensive end.
Before our broadcast today, we talked a little bit about Nate Thompson. Nate's a 4-year player. He's gone through your program, JV, varsity, and he's starting for the first time this year. Talk a little bit about him, what he brings to the team, not only offensively but defensively as well.
Yeah, Nate's had a great first 5 games here. He gets after it. I mean, bottom line, he works extremely hard. He's competitive. He's a really good defender. Probably defending as well as anybody for us right now. He's doing a good job rebounding, and he's doing a good job taking to the basket. He's a smart player. He's got a smart basketball IQ, which obviously being a 4-year senior, being in our program all those years, I think has helped that too. The experience for him is definitely paying off, and he's been a big part of what we've been able to do so far.
You don't have a ton of newcomers on your varsity team this year, although you have a lot of young players. How is, all the off-court stuff going that transport or moves onto the court as far as team chemistry? You've taken a couple bus trips together now. Your team knows each other well off the court. How do you see that coming together, and also with your JV players as the team grows together?
Yeah, no, I think the chemistry is good again this year. I mean, that's one of our best things about our program is the guys really do get along. They really pull for each other. The seniors care about the freshmen care about the seniors. So it's been good. Chemistry's been good. Practices have been good that way. The JV team, and we don't talk a lot about them, but they're doing great. They're off to a 3-0 start with Coach Ani, who does a great job developing those guys. So, overall, we feel like we're in pretty good shape, program-wise, player 1 to 23. So, and that's been, a big part of our success is we've been able to develop players through our JV program, like a Nate Thompson, we mentioned before, and others who then can step in when their opportunity arises to play varsity and do well in varsity games.
This upcoming weekend you have Finlandia University on Friday here in the Erickson Center on campus. What do you know about Finlandia? What will your approach be in that game?
It's, our approach will not differ much. We'll stay the same like we mentioned before, really trying to defend hard, rebound well, take care of the basketball, get good shots. They're going to be very athletic. They'll be very quick. Probably be a fast-paced game. They'll probably really try to push the tempo. So I think us being able to control the tempo and take care of the basketball will be a real key. The record's a little deceptive. They're 1-6, but I think of those 6 losses, 4 have come against NCAA Division II schools, which they play a lot, being an independent. So we'll have our hands full. It'll be a tough game. I think 2 or 3 years ago, I can't remember, but they came in here and knocked us off on our home court. So we're going to have to play well to be successful.